Exponents. Recall that we looked at multiplication as a shorthand for addition. So let's recall that for a minute. Recall we write 4 times 3 instead of 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. It's the same thing, but it takes a lot longer to write it as addition. We now have this nice shorthand for multiplication. We do the same thing with exponents. We write 2 raised to the power 3, 3 is the exponent, rather than, or instead of, 2 times 2 times 2. So exponents, this is an exponent, exponents give us a shorthand way of writing multiplication. So let's look at some vocabulary with these. Let me start with an example. If I have something like 2, like we just did, 2 raised to the third power. So the 3 is above, it's a power above the 2. It's a superscript. And what we would call this number 3, is the exponent, or power. So 2 raised to the power 3. Or 2 cubed in this case, we would say that. This number 2 is called the base. It signifies the number we're raising to that power 3. Because I can pick any real number for the base and any real number for the exponents, we'll just write in general a number b raised to the n power. So b is the base, n in this case is the power or the exponent. For now, in this course, we'll raise numbers to an integer value. To integer powers. What's an integer? In fact, we're not even just going to take any integer, we're going to say positive integers for now. It's a big for now. All right. So this could be 2.1. Let me give you some examples. This could be something like 2.1, which is a perfectly fine real number, and I'll raise it to a power 2. What this stands for is everything below this 2 gets repeated in multiplication. So it will be 2.1 times 2.1. which would be 4.41. Alright, that's 2.1 squared. If we let's just stay with some integers for a minute. 3 squared, well, that will equal 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. What about minus 3? That's a real number. If I take that entire number, minus 3, and square it, raise it to the second power, that would be minus 3, everything below the 2, in parentheses, minus 3 times minus 3. A minus times a minus is a plus, so this would be a plus 9. What about minus 3 if I don't use parentheses? What this tells me is the 2 now only is associated with the 3. The base here is 3. So here I would have minus, it's the same thing as saying minus 3 times 3. We could do it this way, where 3 is the base. So now that's minus 3 times 3 is 9. So now we've squared a number. It equals 9, but then we take its opposite. So we actually get a negative 9 out of that. The base is 3. In the first example, the base is minus 3 in the next example, and in the third example, the base again was 3. In the next video, I'll discuss order of operations. With the idea of order of operations, this I think will make a little bit more sense as to why we're squaring the 3 and then taking the opposite.